I want to talk about time stacking. Time stacking is an interesting concept whereby all of these modern technologies, the cell phone, the tablet, the BlackBerry, your internet, the wireless, computers, text messaging, who still uses fax machines? Anybody? I remember the very first time I sent a fax. I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. I haven't sent a fax in forever. In fact, people don't even ask if you have a fax machine anymore. That's how fast technology advances. Emails. All of these things were invented for one reason: to make you more efficient, thereby giving you more free time. But that's not what's happening, is it? See, actually what's happening is you're stacking things on top of each other. So now instead of being on an airplane and watching a movie, you're on your laptop. Now instead of being in the car listening to music on the way home, winding down, you're on your cell phone. Now you're doing so many things at the same time that it's actually even crazier. And so there's nothing technologically hospitable. It's an oxymoron. So I always ask, you hear all this about customer service, guest satisfaction, all this thing. And I'm really, again, I go on record as saying you're all in the hospitality industry. Anybody that deals with the public is in hospitality. You just have a different goods and services of what you're selling. And I always, as I train people all the time, I say, what's the difference between a customer and a guest? And it's amazing the different feedback you get. But I'm here to tell you, a customer, by definition, is somebody that buys goods and services. A guest, by definition, is somebody in which you interact socially with. And I always tell people, if you just change your mindset from customer service to guest service, automatically it just changed the dynamic of the way you think about the people you do business with. Send thank you cards. Ladies and gentlemen, did any of you grow up with parents that made you stop as soon as your birthday was over and write thank you cards to everybody? Do it. Write thank you cards. Write thank you cards to your customer. Write thank you cards to your staff. Thank people in writing. I'm not talking emails. I'm talking an actual card you put in an envelope, you address, and you mail. I'm sure some of you have had this experience where you walk into a restaurant and you feel like they think, I wish you would go home so I can get my work done. I wish these customers would leave me alone so I can get my job done, right? I mean, I feel that all the time. And the reason I tour and do so much speaking is because all I'm doing is relaying my personal experiences. But I know that compound marketing is so expensive, or is so inexpensive and so easy to do. But again, the most important thing is you have to execute. If you're going to promise on deliverables, you have to execute the deliverables. If there's a little joke, how do you make a small fortune in the restaurant business? Start out with a large fortune. And it is somewhat true.